Hi everyone! Today I'm back with my Losi Nightcrawler SC, and I did a more in-depth look at this crawler on my channel, so if you're interested in that, that will be at the end of this video, or you can check it out on my channel. But for today, I'm going to be giving this thing its first real run. I have run it a little bit around my apartment, and I was already really impressed with it from what little driving I've done with it so far. But let's see how it did on an actual crawler course, and then I'll talk to you guys after that. So I was honestly really impressed with the way this thing crawled. It was very smooth across the whole thing. I had very little trouble getting over it. The one other vehicle I've driven on that course so far is my G-Mate Sawback, which is of course a more scale rock crawler, and also it's a leaf sprung truck. And that truck is also able to do that same course, but a little bit with a little bit more difficulty. With this one, it was actually almost so easy at most points. You could just almost drive up the entire course without really thinking about it, which is kind of cool, but also kind of unfortunate at the same time for me, because I like a little bit of a challenge on the course. So I made it a little bit boring after a couple runs just because it was just doing too well. I think this thing really needs a lot more difficult of a terrain to really challenge it, because the overall like design of it makes it so that it really doesn't struggle very much. And I really don't see myself tuning this much, because it really doesn't need much. The stock tires did amazing, especially for being stock tires with no weights in them, so that was pretty cool. The suspension and articulation worked very well. The ESC worked very well. There's really nothing really much that I was really unhappy about as far as the performance of it goes. Some things to note about it. I had three major things that I wanted to talk about. The first thing was, I don't know why, but I had trouble fitting a regular hard case like 10 scale 2-cell LiPo pack in this truck. It fits just fine in the battery tray, but then once I put that battery on it, it was hard to fit the body over the battery. So I don't know if I need to do more wire management or whatever, or what's going on, but I did have a little bit of trouble getting the body on, so I did run it with a nickel metal hydride pack. The other thing is, this truck also doesn't have a slipper clutch. It's just a direct drive transmission. So when the driveline got bound up a little bit, the transmission didn't have anywhere to spin, so it seemed like it was grinding probably the warm gears. Something in the transmission was crunching, which isn't good, so that's something to be careful about. If it starts to get bound up, really be careful and the transmission, because you may end up breaking it. It did start stripping a little bit, but I haven't broken anything or anything like that. It still works just fine. It's just, that was a little bit concerning. The final thing is, because of the design of the truck and it being more of a twin vertical plate kind of crawler, on some obstacles you would get up on the obstacle and then flip over. So that was something you have to kind of watch out for. So I think if you were going to do any mods to this, which there aren't any real good upgrades for this truck available, but if you wanted to do any upgrades on it, I think I would go with like heavier wheels, or just add wheel weights to the wheels. Which fortunately these are beadlock wheels, so I can do that without having to go out and buy new wheels, which is nice. Obviously the servo, I would definitely recommend you upgrade. And then the tires honestly work just fine, but I don't think it would hurt to upgrade the tires either. But other than those things, I think it's a perfectly good crawler, and it's actually almost too good for my applications. So I'll probably just add the wheel weights and then call it a day. But I am having a lot of fun with this, and it does seem like Tower Hobbies and Horizon Hobbies are having sales on this truck at the moment. So pick it up while you can. It's definitely a really cool truck, and I think a lot of people will have a lot of fun with it. But with that said, I hope everyone enjoyed the video, and I hope everyone has a great day and have fun with RC.